Hello there and welcome back to Gaulia. So for today, we're going to start working on some of the builds in our newly finished off road grid. And I also want to just show you kind of some of the work that went into this, but I'll probably do that while talking through some of my thoughts about Minecraft and addiction. And I don't necessarily mean addiction like, alcohol addiction or people suffering from drug addiction. I just mean Minecraft and video games in general as addictive uh, things. Really quick, just a couple of thoughts, and then from there on in, we'll move into at least one build. We've been working down here. I have something I want to bring in over here, but when I'm planning these builds, like I really want to bring something into this city. Just get started, dive into something. So we'll probably do this little section right here, as it's not the most ultra complex of builds, but it'll start to give us a nice backdrop and a preview of what's coming. So let's launch right in. So while we're recording this, I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts on Minecraft and addiction. Not really addiction per se, as like you know truly like people who have real addiction problems, but Minecraft is something that, like most video games do, try to kind of play on certain addictive tendencies in parts of your brain that, you know, like the dopamine response, if you will. So over the summer, I took a break and really started to focus on my health. I'd gained probably 50 pounds in the last couple of years, and I started listening to like podcasts like Andrew Huberman and start to understand some things about like dopamine. So I read the book called, I think it's called The Dopamine Nation. Um, and then I'm looking at like Minecraft, and I start to realize like, wow, there's like a lot of stuff going on in this game that is kind of focused on hooking you. Not like the gotcha games, that are purely like focused on taking advantage of your brain's responses to things and hooking you on them. But even like something like farming like diamonds, say, or netherite, right? It's like that little unknown chance where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna like 100 more blocks and see how many I can get. And you get that little bit of excitement when you find that little netherite piece or something like that, and then that kind of hooks you and you want the next one. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I've been here for 3 hours. Like, what just happened to my day? So for me, like, I've had this unhealthy obsession with video games for most of my life. World of Warcraft, I lost 7 years of my life to World of Warcraft, probably. Um, yeah, it sounds terrible saying it out loud. But Minecraft kind of became the same thing. Like when I started playing a couple years ago, it was an excuse to play something or do something with my son. And then all of a sudden I found myself basically ignoring my son, and then like being like, oh, you can't play in this world because I don't want you destroying daddy's buildings and things like that. And it was just, it got, it kind of like spiraled and got kind of crazy like that. So this summer I took a little bit of time off, and I'm trying to come back to it in what I would consider to be like a healthy way, if you will. I really enjoy doing things like video editing and things like that. I've had a lot of fun with that, telling stories, building buildings, but I can't do it at the expense of health and family, right? So, now my goal is basically going to be to make small videos, tell some stories, do so in a little bit more of a smaller way. And I'm trying to set up systems to monitor myself from becoming too hyper focused and obsessed, which is kind of something that I've done. And I don't know, if anybody else has struggled with this in the past. Like, I'm getting up every morning, and I'm not going to say I have to do my workout before playing, depending on schedules, but it's like, hey, if I didn't work out yesterday, like, we're not gaming today. Like, if I ignored something yesterday, like, so like it's almost like a rule, like get after it before gaming, right? You know, and I think I'm back on a pretty good path. Like I said, I gained almost 50 pounds in the last couple of years, really since I started getting back into gaming again. And I don't like gaming such a good form of stress relief for me. Like there's so much that I get out of it. I love it, and I don't want to give it up. But at the same time, like I want to find that balance. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I thought I might just share some of this with other people out there. Maybe you're struggling with finding balance in your life and things like that. Um, I did a 5K recently. I've got another 5K coming up. I'll probably do a 10K, and we'll see. We'll see where that goes. And at the end of the day, I'm hoping that like it's like a little snowball rolling down the hill. I'm building some momentum here, and instead of feeling at the end of this like maybe gaming, instead of feeling guilty afterwards, because that's kind of what I found happening was I'd get a day gaming and maybe I'd build something cool. It was kind of, but then at the end of the day, I'd look back and be like, I just felt guilty about it. Like I was like, I wasted my whole day. Um, you know, now I feel like after I go for a hard run, like, oh, I'm rewarding myself for that hard work, right? Like I went to work today, I went running today, or I lifted today. And now I'm going to spend a couple hours gaming. My son's asleep or whatever it may be. I mean, today it's during the middle of the daytime, but and rewarding myself for that hard work. Anyway, a little bit of ramblings from me, but I think it's something that people in the gaming community, probably a lot of us, have that proclivity to become like addicted to the games that we play and maybe not even realize how unhealthy we're getting because of it, or maybe rationalize it or make excuses. So I thought I might just share some of my experiences. Maybe some of you guys have something similar. If you do, let me know. And back to the video. Thank you. Oh, hello. You look like you're up to no good. Just trying to do a segment here, Creeper. I added these lamps with the intent of preventing mob spawns in this area, but I guess it didn't work, because when you have roads like this that are only 1 block thick, creepers are dangerous. Back to what I was trying to do. So you guys heard my little rant about Minecraft and stuff like that. I'm guessing if anybody even clicked on this video, they're long gone by now, but if you're still here, congratulations. We're going to be back into Minecraft and building and normal Minecraft things. So I have a building planned out. Actually, I might have already built it, but I'm filming this out of order. So I have a building planned out, which I definitely didn't already build, and I'm definitely not shooting this section, out of order or anything like that, and pretending that I didn't already build it. That's not happening at all. But in order to do so, I had to gather some materials. And um, here's a quick material gathering montage of what I already did, followed by a time lapse of the build. here it is. I pictured this as kind of like either maybe a hotel or an apartment building. Like some air conditioners, some balconies, things like that. Break it up a little bit. Somehow I put like, you know, I like broke up the texturing a little bit, but I probably can do a little bit better. And then just completely forgot to do it on this side at all. Hey, you know what? This is going to be a building here. You're not going to see this side really. But yeah, this is the first step in our block here. So this is going to be one building. There's going to be a building here, and there's actually going to be a pool here. So stay tuned. But when I was in New York City, I started looking at like the tops of buildings when I was sitting on the Empire State Building, you know, there on a nice family day and thinking about how I can incorporate that into Minecraft. And I realized that they have these like water towers and things on top, so this is kind of my attempt at something like that. Um, and a lot of them have like AC, I'm guessing, or like big circulation systems. I wanted to have like a little greenery garden area. So I put in some of this. Hopefully, once it grows up, it'll be nice and wheat looking. But yeah, so that's the first structure in our city area. I think I'm excited because I already know what's going here through like that all the way over there. And once this is all complete, hopefully a few episodes from now, but we'll see. The material gathering takes a lot of time, especially because the concrete. Maybe I need to find a better way to do that. Once this is all complete, it'll actually be a nice little city block, and I think this is the beginning, right? You got to start somewhere. Tell you what, I love the snowy mountain backdrop. One of the main reasons I picked this seed was this whole area here. And if you noticed on the intros, I tend to fly through this little hole in this mountain, but there's just I feel like the starting area has a ton of unique character. Like, I can't wait until all these buildings are here and I can do, like, this is how, like, giddy I get about, like, the video editing stuff and the replay mod stuff. I can do, like, a nice shot coming in through here, flying, like, towards this and then dipping down through here and coming out into the city and it just opening up and there being, like, buildings and city blocks, and we'll put some, like, broken down cars and really, like, so much potential. And getting this first building down really helped me get back on the vision path of seeing that. So, like I said, it's going to be something that we work on over a long period of time. When I say this is going to be a forever world, I think I mean that. Unless for some reason I lose this world, it's always going to be here in the background. I'm in no rush to finish it. I just kind of want to take it slow, not burn out again, and not become obsessed again either. Right? The two different aspects of that spectrum. But it's like a blank canvas, and the possibilities that I can see here are pretty endless. And I think the sight lines are going to be quite nice too, with all this varying height. So, like, you'll have, when you're flying in, you'll be able to see all the buildings that are in our industrial zone with the backdrop of all the, like, downtown district kind of builds with this thing towering over everything. I think this is going to come out quite nice. And then if I ever get bored of modern stuff, I can always go build some more stuff in my village, which, honestly, like, I didn't realize how complete this village feels, but I like that every house has, like, a little purpose to it, a little character to it. Happy to be back in this world. Hope you guys are too, and I will see you in the next episode.